spider emoji, cut of meat emoji, spider emoji, cut of meat emoji, spider emoji.
Hi. That was way more intense than I thought it was going to be. Work on new cut. I did on Friday. Hi, Advil. How are you? Hey, Cans. Cans, thank you for the... Oh, God, what's happened already? Come on, man. I've just started. What? Wait, make up your mind. What? Already, it's not overheating. I think it's this terrible cable. Hang on. It doesn't look like it's plugged in properly. Okay. Hi, Cants. My dude, my bro, my guy. How's it going? Thank you for the 59 months. Holy balls, has it really been that long? That's long. That's a long time. Holy shit, that's like a year, mate. That's fucking ages. Thank you. How are you? How was seeing some internet friends? Because they came and saw me too, and they told me they were coming to see you. Which reminds me, I should probably come and see you at some point. It's summer holidays in like 2 weeks. I've got nothing on. Be nice. How's everybody doing? Hey, Seth. Hey, Happy Pill. Thank you for the lurk. So 4 years. It's like a year. Anyway, we're doing spider things today. I couldn't think of what to do, what game to play, and then I was like, you know what? The spiders need feeding. Most of you guys don't get to see like what actually happens when I feed my bugs and everything. So I set up this little camera thing. I don't know if this is like the workstation here. I'm trying to think if there's a better way of me setting this up, but you're just gonna sort of see the spiders here. If it's not bright enough, I'll have to turn up some. Can I feed them for 4 hours? No, we'll feed them and then maybe play something afterwards. But yeah, this is the setup. It was so good, very fun. Sounded like they had a good time with you and everyone. They did a proper tour of the UK. Absolutely, I took them to. I was explicitly told. Oh, it's really bright now. I was explicitly told. Hang on. Thank you, Moo, for the 29 months. That's fucking ages as well. That's cray cray. Thank you. Yeah, I was chatting to Drum, and he was saying about how I like talking about where to take them for dinner, right? And he was saying like, don't take them to like a chain, like take them to like a proper restaurant, you know. And so I did, but I also took them to a Spoons because I was like, nah, you've gotta go to a Spoons, right? But yeah, so spider stuff. For those of you who don't know, I'm insane, and I own 17 tarantulas. We will be feeding all of them today. All of them bar... Hang on. No, all of them need feeding. We'll be feeding all of them. We will also be feeding my jumping spider, my centipede. We're not going to do the snails or the millipedes. The millipedes have been fed. And the snails, I fed them yesterday. And then they had what I can only describe as a snorgy. So I think they're all tuckered out. If you don't know, snails are both male and female, so there's a lot of stuff happening. The first round of eggs, I'm just gonna keep them and see what happens. If it gets completely overgrown, I'll freeze them. But I forgot to rate Curry. That's all good. I was the rest of the stream. They were scared that they thought we would have to like put our hands up and answer like a test in school. What? Oh, okay. I was going to send them to a Spoons if they hadn't already. I got them to do a pub quiz. Nice. That's amazing. Yeah, Drum was like, don't take them, because they wanted to go to Nando's. And I was like, I love Nando's, but I don't... Yeah, Nando's is probably not the best thing to do if you want to experience, like... I was going to say British food. I took them to an Asian restaurant, so... There's a place near me that's like it's like Southeast Asian food, and it's on a boat, and it's great. But yeah, let's do some... yeah, Nando's isn't British. I mean, neither was the place I took them to. It was like, I had like a Malaysian rendang, like, but the best part of British food is the fact that we steal all of our food from other cultures. And then we make it, like, make our own, you know? The boat restaurant was the favourite place there. Oh, that makes me feel warm and fuzzy. It's my favourite restaurant, it's great. There's nothing more British than an Asian restaurant. That's very true. That's very true. Like, isn't our national dish the chicken tikka masala? Like... Anyway, there's spiders. So yeah, if you didn't know, I have 17 tarantulas. I also have 2 millipedes, or 3 millipedes, 4 snails, a jumping spider, and a centipede. We will be feeding all of them today. I'm trying to think where to start off. You know what? I'm going to start off with our oldest tarantula. If she's game. Are you game? How are you? I can't see her. Is she good? Last time we did this, we discovered one of my spiders had died, so I'm hoping that's not the case here. Oh god, she's been busy. Also, I've not got my headphones on. I've just left it as a playlist. If any of the music is weird, let me know. Loot box. Yeah, this is like a loot box opening, but terrifying. Why are you upside down? What are you upside down for, mate? Phobia much. I mean, yeah, it's suffice to say, if you've clicked on a stream that says live tarantula feeding and you have arachnophobia, I don't know what else I can do for you. You know, the fact that she is webbed up this much, the fact that this entire thing is covered in webs, tells me that she's not game. But this is, if I can show you, in here is Athena. You can just see her little pink toes there. That's why she's called a pink toe tarantula. But yeah, she doesn't usually web up all this, but she's now webbed all this over. So that tells me that she wants to be left alone. Is it windy in your room? It's just my breath. The toes are so cute. Yeah, they're called pink toe tarantulas. Athena is at this point like 10 years old. She's an old tarantula. But yeah, she's great. She's great. Okay, we're not going to feed Athena today. If they web up like that, it's usually a sign that they don't want to be bothered. So we won't feed her today. Oh my god, camera, what is wrong with you? I didn't do anything. Langus on? Oh, it's flipped, isn't it? Okay. There's no signal backwards. I could also only apologize. I could just slightly hear the song. This is Another One Bites the Dust if it was Brat. So, I'm sorry. Now, I know what I could show you guys. So, good news, bad news. I made this song, so thanks for that, Tam. So, tarantulas, they molt to get bigger, and females will kind of just keep molting until they reach an age where they die. Males will molt, they will do their ultimate molt, and they will turn into an ultimate form, where essentially they lose the ability to eat, they don't eat anymore, so I'm not expecting this guy to eat. But this is my tarantula Bluey. He recently molted into a mature male, so he's now his ultimate form. He is also, I can only describe it as the most spider-like tarantula I have. He's really leggy and really thin, so if you see what I mean when I open the enclosure. See what I mean? He's very kind of leggy. Now, I have no idea what his temperament is like. He was always really weird. I'm just waiting for him to do something. Yeah, they all have the same amount of legs. I just mean, like, compared to his body, he's got very long legs. Can barely see him. He's there. Is this thing? Is it really that dark on stream? Okay, that's fine. Let me put this back on. Is that better? Yes? Okay. Need to put this somewhere that's not gonna fall. Why are you like this? Okay. Okay, unfortunately he's now ran into the hole. Which one do you fear the most, not counting the cannibal one? I will show you. What are you doing, buddy? Okay, so we'll try and feed him. I'm not holding out hope. As I said, he's a mature male, so once they reach maturity, they very rarely eat. They basically are just on the lookout for a lady. By the way, this isn't the spider. This is his molt, which I'm going to take out. Yeah, Bluey is a Samopaeus sazami. Samopaeus sazami, I believe is his Latin name. Yeah, this thing here is his molt. It's quite cool to see. We're going to put this away somewhere. Let's pop it in here. A little bowl here that I'm going to put them all in. And would they ever mistake a molt for a lady? No. Spiders have a really weird routine of like courtship. They tap their feet, they kind of tap, and then the female will respond, and then they tap, and then I can only describe it as such. The way that tarantulas mate is that they punch semen into the female. That's why they have like little boxing gloves on their pedipalps. One of the funniest things about them, though, is that you can tell most mature males because they get like little hooks on their front legs. The hooks are deliberately designed to hold the female's fangs in place so that they don't get eaten. That's hilarious to me. That's such a funny like concept that they have to evolve this ability to like fight back, or else they're just dinner. Right, so we've got some lateralis cockroaches here. They're called red runner cockroaches for a reason. These things are insanely fast. If I drop one, they just live in my house now. I found these things months later when I've dropped them. They're cockroaches. They can live for months without eating, and are pretty self-sufficient. So, I'm gonna try and get a relatively big one because Bluey hasn't eaten in a while, and we'll see what his reaction is to a cockroach. Bluey is one of these ones who I don't know what his deal is. So if he does decide to run, I need a cup or something. Hang on. Yeah, I've got some cups down here. I got some plastic cups just in case he decides to run away. Right, I'm just going to put one in and see what his reaction is. You can sometimes tongue feed them, where you kind of hold the cockroach in front of them and see if they take it. But because I don't know what his reaction is, I'm going to chuck a cockroach in there and then kind of be ready with the tongs. Okay. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, you got it. That's the first time I've seen him eat in a while. Any reason for the name? Because he's blue. That's quite literally it. I do apologise, I had to put this over him. He is blue, yes. He's not as vibrant blue as he was. Now that he's matured, he's kind of greyed a little bit, but... You good, buddy? Do you want to come out? How you're eating, or... He's vintage now. I mean, he's a mature male. He's an old man. Okay, well that's one down. I might spray his enclosure too. Do I have any water in here? I do not. I will do that later. Just a baby. He's not a baby, he's an old man. Everyone say hi to Bluey, or bye Bluey. Bye Bluey. Also, fun fact, I'd never seen him make webs until this molt. He's never made a single web. Crazy to see. Crazy to see. Bye Bluey. Right, let's get some little guys out. Right, we've got 2 here. This guy, I don't know if he'll eat. Let's have a look. Is he? How you doing, buddy? Okay, so this guy here, you might have to. I can't really zoom with this camera. This is my webcam. So this guy is an OBT. Anyone here who knows anything about tarantulas will be like, oh god. Is he named Orange? No, his name is Zoltan. OBT stands for Orange Baboon Tarantula. They are a fossorial African tarantula. And he's a dick. OBTs are dicks. They are known as the most, like, aggressive tarantulas. They're not passive. They're not skittish. They will bite. They will kill. So I'm going to put a cockroach in here. He will attack it, regardless of whether he wants to eat it or not. But their venom is so strong that it'll be dead within minutes if he doesn't decide to eat it. It concerns me his sort of stance there. Oh yeah, you'll find soon that my naming process is very inconsistent. There we go. Oh my god, is he a mature male as well? Are they little hooks on his hands? There are little hooks on his hands. He's a mature male. I'd never noticed that before. He's so small. Where are you going? Where are you going? You gonna take his molt too? No, he's webbed over it. Yeah, he's a mature male as well. I didn't know that. Oh well. He is very cool. I knew these weren't big, massive tarantulas, but I was expecting him to be a bit bigger when he matured. Maybe these are one of the ones where the females end up being massive. So he is fossorial. There are 3 types of tarantulas. Oh, where are you going, my friend? I'm worried he's going to try and... I mean, he seems pretty chill at the moment, but I'm worried he's going to try and, like, get out. There are 3 types of tarantulas. There are fossorial, terrestrial, and arboreal. Fossorial means they dig. Terrestrial means they live on land, which is what most tarantulas do. And then arboreal means they live in trees and they climb a lot. Those things on his butt are spinnerets. They are used to make webs. Every spider in the world has those. They're just bigger on some of them. If he gets out, we can do a 24-hour hunting stream. If he gets out, I move. They're huge, yes. I think it's just because of how skinny his butt is. Yeah, this is Zoltan. How many malts do you have? Loads. I have a container somewhere just full of malts. Yeah, I genuinely didn't realize he was a mature male, but I see it now. He's an old man too. That'd be an interesting convo with Charlotte. Shariotio? Yes, my wife Shariotio. I really wish this camera would focus a bit more. What are you doing, buddy? Oh, cool, he's put it down. So that cockroach is already dead, by the way. That shows how strong these things' venom are. This thing's venom is. It's a big boy. It's not. It's really not. When do you move into a bigger crib? I mean, if he's a mature male, there's no point. I bet I can tank the venom. I mean, it wouldn't be lethal. No tarantulas have fatal venom. It would fucking hurt. Doing a little dance. Yeah, so what he's doing now is just webbing up the cockroach he caught, basically. They do this for ease of access, just to, you know, get to things easier later, if he's not going to eat it now. I really wish I could find my little tripod, because holding this for the entire stream is going to be a nightmare. Now he's biting it again. Focus, camera, focus. Not the brightest. Are you a tarantula? Do you know what he's doing? I don't know what he's doing. Okay, now he's taking the cockroach. Now he's webbed it up. He's taking it. I guess he injects the venom, then webs it up so that it can't go anywhere, and then he's going to take it back to his hide, I guess. He's got a little tunnel down there. It's usually where he lives. Is that his skin? Yes, that's a mole. Yeah, I think he's going to save it for later. Oh, I don't think I have my alert box set up on this. Charlotte, thank you for the 58 months. I really appreciate it. I'm trying not to speak very loudly because this OBT is a bit crazy. I did notice, Charlotte, if you're there, this OBT, he's got hooks on his hands. He's an old man. Okay, bye people and bye Zoltron. See you later, Reveal. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, well, put this away. Old man OBT, yeah. Yeah, as you can see, he's actually not a very big tarantula. Let me close this off. Everyone say goodbye to Zoltan. Say bye, Zoltan. I got some bye Zoltans in chat. What am I doing? What am I doing? First one, Zoltan. Let me set up my alert box with this. Is it not here? There you go. Right, cool. So that was Zoltan. Put him over here. This spider does not have a name. In fact, which one is this? The Calcody? Yeah, this is Calcody. Ah, yes. The reality of owning tarantulas. This is just a jar of dirt. But you know what? It's my favorite jar of dirt. In fact, I might be able to tempt this little guy out. I need like a piece of, like a leaf or something. Or a piece of hay would be perfect. Wonder where I can get hay in my house. Is it a jar if it's square? Touche. Touche. Yeah, I need to tempt him out with something. Did we buy the OBT or did we get it as a freebie? We bought the OBT. Oh no, it was like £2.50. It was like an add-on. Can you guys see the leg down there? There's a couple of legs poking out. So this is an Alphoma Calcody, the Arizona blonde tarantula. You will notice so far, it is not blonde. These things are kind of known as like spider puppies. They are really, really sweet. They tend to be quite slow, but this one's a bit speedy because he's a sling. But they tend to just be these really slow boys. Let me go grab a piece of hay and I can use it to bait people out. I'll be back in 2 seconds, guys. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I've got a piece of hay, which I'm going to use to try and bait this guy out. From a spider. Okay. Where the hell did you get hay from? I want you to think about the other pets I have, 10. For 30 seconds. Ooh. Morning, buddy. Would you like a cockroach? I can't get to the bloody cockroaches, hang on. The cockroaches doing their job and being a little hard to catch, guys. The bunnies were in the room that we would see bunnies every day. Yeah. Yeah, the bunnies have the entirety of the downstairs. And yeah, we have a gigantic box of hay downstairs. Come on, buddy. Do something. Is this a threat pose? This is what spiders do to be threatening, but I think it's just kind of adorable. Bro, what's going on? Bruh? Bruh. It's the most tarantula looking tarantula I've ever seen. Okay. Okay, he got it, he got it. Well done, buddy, I love you. Proud of you. So yeah, this guy doesn't actually have a name. I got a bunch of tiny tarantulas in like one go and just never ended up naming them. So if you guys can think of any names, hit me up. Speaking of, I'll show you the other ones that came from the same batch. So is it the polka pest I've not seen? Okay, no, we've seen that guy. Simon or Dipshit. Both strong contenders there. Bear with me 1 second to see if I can find my other little tripod, because it would make this so much easier to have my mini tripod instead of the big one. Where would I put my mini? Oh, it's in the cupboard. Never mind. Never mind. This is the view we're going for. This is the view we're going for. I just want to make it so that you guys can see without me accidentally pressing any buttons. Just move that stuff over there. Move that over there. Okay, so this guy. He is down here. I'll show you guys down there. This guy is a Grammostola pulchripes. Fuck yeah! Thanks, man, for the 80 stream. 80 stream streak is months and months of you being here. I want to show you my face. The light's at a bit of a funny angle. Thank you, Matt. You are fucking great. I hope you enjoyed the UK. I hope you had a good one. Yeah, hit me up. I'll send you some stuff. Anyway, Tarantula stream. So this guy is a Grammostola pulchripes. Again, does not have a name. You can see him down there. Maybe I can get a better angle on him if I move this. Sorry, there's going to be a lot of manhandling of the camera today. Yeah, there you go. See a nice reflection of the camera there. I'm going to drop a cockroach in here and see how he reacts. I do not know much about this guy. I'm even unsure of what the pulchripes are, so... I know that they are South American, or Central American. South American, I think. Come on. This is watch the stream, me attempting to catch cockroaches. Because they are not easy to catch. A Grammostone Apocalypse. Yeah, Grammostone Apocalypse. No, hang on, focus. Grammostola pulchripes. Oh, we got it. So yeah, that's a Grammostola pulchripes, which I believe is the golden knee tarantula. You can see that there's sort of an orangey goldy color in some places. The other tarantula I have, this guy. Now I need to just double check something. Because it's going to be really hard for me to spot this one. I need your help spotting this one, okay? Because this is literally a jar of dirt. Hang on, let me get my big light. I've got another light here. Is it on top? There's no way it's on top, right? Okay, so this is what this jar looks like. Or this box looks like. Okay? And then if I go under here and keep spinning this round, we may... Oh! We may see something. Maybe that's it. Hang on, let me go underneath and see. I'm just double checking it's actually in there. Yeah, okay, so if I go underneath, you guys can see there's a tiny tarantula there. He's not dead. This tarantula has quite literally... A lot of underlight now. This tarantula has quite literally been sat in this box for 6 months and has not done anything. I've tried to feed it. I water it. Nothing. Nada. So, they're, but a Grammostola pulchra, which is what this guy... Oh, sorry, Grammostola porteri, which is the... Not golden hair. Choco... Chilean rose hair. Are known for being very, very, very slow-growing tarantulas. They are the ones that they'll live to like 45. Terry? Yeah, let's call it Terry. But this one is 3 years old, 2 years old. And it's just sat in a hole. Never done anything else. I fed it once. Now this tarantula wants to kill me. We're moving from a very shy tarantula to one that, if given its way, it would probably hunt me down like a dog. Is this one you're scared of the most? Probably not. But so this here... Oh, I wanna... You know what? Do I have anything to rest this on? just put this here for a second. I'm gonna have to go in the cupboard. Give me 2 seconds, guys. This isn't working. Need a light so I can see in the cupboard. New stuff in this cupboard. Thank you. And that light is so bright. Lights burn my eyes. Never heard the time. Okay. This probably makes more sense. Because then I can angle it. There you go. That's the shit I wanted. Right, let's turn this down a bit. Texture is very appealing. Thank you. It's a good show. Okay. Is that going to make a shadow? An unfortunate shadow. Where did I just put the light? How am I so bad at this after so many years? Okay, so in here we have a Stramatopelma calciatum, also known as the Heteroscoda maculata. Sorry. Heteroscoda maculata, also known as the Togo starburst tarantula. This thing is beautiful. It is a gorgeous tarantula. It is also absolutely terrifying. This thing is so fast and so unpredictable. We're going to chuck something in there and hope for the best, basically. Let me quickly grab my phone and change this light, because I don't like the yellow light. Is the yellow light okay, do you think? Yeah, yellow light's fine. So this is the tarantula just here. You can see sort of its white coloration and stuff. We're going to chuck a cockroach in and pray for it. Cockroaches. Who wants to have some fun? The cockroach is here, the spider's here. What the cages originally for? These are spider cages. They're specifically for spiders. You can buy them on Amazon and stuff. Let me find the thing for this. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I want a white light. I don't want it to be orangey. That's much better. Okay. Where did that cockroach go? I fear that that cockroach went its own way. You can go your own way. Go your own way. You can Call it another lonely day. We'll put the spider. We'll put the thing there. Hang on. It's the best place for you guys to see it from. There. So yeah, this is the spider. I'm going to mist this enclosure as well, so hopefully that will get some movement going. What do I do with... Hang on. I'm going to mist the enclosure, see if that wakes somebody up. Okay, so he's gone into hiding now. I don't know where the cockroach has gone. Where the fuck is that cockroach gone? Oh, well, maybe you get to see a rare sight, which is a spider drinking. This is quite cool, though. Getting a nice close-up of this spider. Yeah, look at that. Through the tiny hole as well. So yeah, again, this is an African baboon tarantula, so this thing is incredibly venomous. He's actually kind of podgy. Maybe he's not hungry. I'll leave that cockroach in there. I don't know exactly where it's gone, but I'll leave that in there. These ones are quite difficult to kind of get a read on because they do this to their enclosures. If I show you what his enclosure looks like, they do this. So that is just a piece of wood. There was some moss in it. And what they've done is they've put all these webs together. They make a dirt web. They take like handfuls of, or legfuls of dirt. And they make these webs out of them. They make a web that they cover with dirt as well. And they do it with moss too. And it just means that it's very hard to kind of like see in there. You can sort of see the tunnels, but like a cockroach or something would easily get lost in there. There's a molt there. And it's kind of tucked under there because it's all waterproof. So... The pokies do this as well, you'll see a bit later. The pokies are a very similar breed, but they are from India, not Africa. But, we'll, go grab another. Oh, now you're too hot, are you? Okay, I'll turn the fan on. Jesus. Okay, big camera's died. Bear with me, guys. Yeah, that's pretty fucking warm. I'll leave it off for a second. But, yeah, that was, oh, hang on. Toto, his name's Toto. And so this is the remainder of the tiny little babies before we move on to the giants. So this guy in here probably doesn't have a name either. Is he even in here? Can just about see a tiny little leg down there. So this guy, fun fact about this guy. I've mentioned this a couple of times on stream before, but tarantulas, and a lot of animals actually, are categorized in a couple of different ways. But one way that tarantulas are categorized are Old World and New World, right? The New World being the Americas, the Old World being anything else. New World tarantulas, so from the Americas, do not have particularly strong venom, but they have things called urticating hairs. So they kick hairs at you that are really irritating, and that hopefully gets you to go away. Old World tarantulas do not have urticating hairs. So from anywhere else in the world, Old World tarantulas, they have stronger venom, but they do not kick hairs, right? In the hobby, it's usually accepted that New World tarantulas are significantly easier to look after, because if you fuck up and get bitten, you don't have to go to hospital. It's like a bee sting, you'll be fine. Certain species are known to have much stronger venom than others. As I mentioned earlier with like the Togo starburst and stuff, they have much stronger venom. This tarantula here is a Vietnam blue, a Hilibrachus something. That is an Old World tarantula from Vietnam. Very, very quick, very, very, very strong venom. This was given to me as a gift when I bought a bunch of New World tarantulas. So I bought a bunch of spider puppies. and I was given this highly venomous tarantula, and it literally, like, when I bought it, there was like a little thing that just said "Merry Christmas" smiley face, and I was just like, fucking what? It was my first old world tarantula. And what's funny to think is that, like, this is how big my finger is next to this thing, right? You can just about see a tiny little leg there, right? Tiny little leg there. This thing is 2 years old, and this entire container is no bigger than my finger, which is crazy. I'm gonna have to find the smallest cockroach I can find in here, or just kill one and let him eat the dead one. 'Cause I think all these are gonna be too big. Are you alive? No, you're dead. Repeat the first two names. Well, that's because they're newer ones. The older ones, you'll notice, have better names. Where are all the little cockroaches? They just all died. I fed these guys a couple of days ago. This container stinks. Oh no, there's loads of them in there still. They're just... What is wrong with you? You're covered in something. I think it's covered in mold or something. Yes, you have to feed the roaches or else they die. I've taken the lid off and I have to be careful because the male cockroaches can fly. So if I scream, it's probably because I've got a cockroach on my face. But you're pretty small, let me grab you. Come on. Well, let me grab a big one. I'll chop it in half or something. Okay. What I'm going to do, I've just killed this one. I should have killed this one. Crushed its head. How are you still alive? And I'm going to drop it. Oh god, I dropped it on the floor. It's fine. It's fine. It's not alive. It's not alive. And I'll plop it. In here. I very much doubt the spider will go for it in its current state, but tarantulas will eventually scavenge. So let's see what this guy does. Could you or could you not make the roaches breed for an infant food supply? Yes, absolutely. That's why having a colony is much easier than just buying like 50 of them and then feeding them all. Checks the kind of pet. It's good money, man. If you can learn to breed them, aren't they stinky? No, cockroaches are really, cockroaches themselves are very, very clean animals. It's the food that you put in. Like I've put potato in here and they've eaten most of the potato, but some of it's just been left and gone moldy. I don't think we're going to get anything out of this particular one. As I said though, this is the tarantula here. You can just about see a leg there. It will eat that cockroach at some point, but it probably won't do it now. So I'm going to put the lid back on. Everyone say goodbye to this other unnamed one, but it's Vietnamese. Maybe there's a Vietnamese name I can come up with. Right, this little guy is a fun one. Is he going to be cool? Because he's been distinctly not cool sometimes. Okay, no, he's fine, he's fine. So this guy, this is quite interesting. This guy is a baby, obviously not particularly big. He is a Nandu colorata velocis, which is the black and white striped knee. You can see why he's called that. I have a almost adult version of these, so I will show you what they look like when they're fully grown a bit later on. Also, to clarify, Ten, you said, like, are you going to feed them for 4 hours? No. I am sort of deliberately drawing this out to explain things as I go. In real life, as I'm feeding these guys weekly, or bi-weekly or whatever, I would normally just chuck a cockroach in. If they don't immediately pick it up, take the cockroach out, move on to the next one. I wouldn't, you know, bring them onto the desk and get a light and camera on them, you know, so. Now again, I need quite a small cockroach because he's not the biggest guy. But these are all pretty big. My mistake was putting cork bark in there that had loads of little holes in, so all the little babies have crawled into them. There we go, off my hand, get off my hand. No, see, that's a bit too big, but maybe if I just do that. Surprised none of them were just booking it. I mean, they're not smart enough creatures to kind of have that reaction, I'll be honest. Like, I get what you mean. Most animals, like, if you open a cage, open a bird cage, it would fly away. You open a, you know, if you put a dog in a cage and then open it, it'll run away. But, these things don't really have that level of intelligence. I am kind of tempting fate now. I'm just expecting this guy to fucking bolt, but there you go. So yeah, with the really small ones, if the food's a bit too big, it'll scare them if it runs into them, so you kind of have to crush them. But here we go. I've never had a happy dance from him before. That leg is a little awkward. Imagine they can feel the difference between big space and tiny safe crevice. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, some of them definitely have a reaction when I take the lid off, but because this is their home, this is their safe spot. I know it looks tiny, but that little divot there is where he runs to, because that's his home. So if he gets freaked out, that's where he's going to go. He's not going to run outside of his area of expertise, because, or of his, like, his safe space, you know? But yeah, just like with Zoltan earlier, he's just gonna sit there and wait for this thing to die, maybe web it up and then take it back somewhere. Is the music still playing? What music is currently playing? Oh, there's music playing, okay, that's fine. Just thought I'd check. It goes to show the difference in venom potency. That when we fed Zoltan earlier, that was an adult cockroach, and it took maybe 30 seconds for it to stop moving and die. This is a juvenile cockroach and a New World tarantula, and it's been a couple of minutes and it's still moving. Interesting to think about, you know? There is always something so funny to me about the way that tarantulas do that. Like, when they've grabbed something and something touches their leg, that little, like, that tiny little movement of their leg where they're like, ooh, don't touch me, ooh, don't touch me, I'm gonna eat you, ooh, don't touch me. But yeah, this guy probably needs next molt, I think he would need a bigger enclosure. Because this enclosure is it's about the same size as him, like, leg to leg, so. Or maybe not, no, I think. Yeah, one more molt, I'd need to rehouse him. That little leg thing that they do, they're like, ooh, don't touch me, ooh, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. Also imagine being that size and being fed something that's bigger than your body is, you know? Like, this is probably too much food for him, but he'll eat what he needs to and then leave the rest. But, like, that cockroach is easily the same size as him. And he's just like, I'm gonna fucking have him. You know, imagine someone being like, do you want a burger? Yeah, quarter pounder, half pounder. It's like, no, I weigh 200 pounds, right? So, that's like me eating a 200-pound burger. That's a hilarious thought. Anyway, I'm gonna put the lid back on this guy. Boop. Moo woo. Moo woo woo. Right, okay. Now we're getting weird. From here on out, they're either big tarantulas or weird tarantulas. This one, par exemple. Par exemple? Par exemple. 10. You asked earlier which tarantula I was most scared of. I think this guy definitely takes, maybe not top ranking, but definitely up there. So this tarantula is a very unique tarantula. Inside here, I have an Idiothala mira. Her name is Mira, because I thought that was just a cute name. But as you can see, this is what her enclosure looks like. Now, usually, it doesn't actually look like this. This is a trapdoor. She is a trapdoor tarantula. Trapdoor spiders are fairly common. Trapdoor tarantulas, not so much. There is only like half a dozen species of trapdoor tarantula. It can be quite hard to get a decent shot of this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to see if I can get a cockroach to run around this bit, because there's a hole there and there's a hole there. I should be able to get a cockroach to run around this bit and hopefully trigger her to jump out. And I'm also trusting that when she does come out, she goes back into her hole and not over the edge. Now, the reason I'm kind of a bit spooked by her is because I have never actually had to interact with her because she's always in her hide. I don't know what her temperament's like. I know that they're very venomous. They are from, I want to say Thailand? No, they're African. So they're an old world tarantula, strong venom. But I have no idea what their temperament's like. Are they a spider that is going to immediately attack me? Are they one that's going to just run away, you know? So, not knowing what their temperament is one of the scariest things. Like, I know which of my tarantulas I can just leave the lid open like this and which ones I can't. But there's a risk of me doing this. If she decides that she's gone, she's gone. Come on, give me a reasonable size one. Not a massive one, just a reasonable size. That you'll do. Oh, God. Okay, now the trick here is to try and get these cockroaches to not run away either. Most of the cockroaches that I lose are feeding this tarantula, so I'm gonna put the lid back on when I drop the cockroach in. Well, it just went down the hole. Oh shit. Where are you going? Where are you going? Can you see the tarantula? Oh god, oh god, oh god. Okay, you saw a very small glimpse of her there. I do apologise, but as I said, I have no idea what her temperament is like. Whether that was her ready to bolt because there was a cockroach in her burrow, or whether that was something else, but she's not a tarantula I want to escape, you know? I think we're going to be done with that one, because I genuinely don't know where to go from here. Now we'll see if we can... Can you see a little toesies? There's some little toesies just there. Can you guys see the little toesies? Yeah, we'll have to leave that one for now because I don't know enough about her disposition to carry on. That's fine. That's fine. Learning process and all that jazz. But yeah, that was Mira. Okay, now we get to the big chunky boys and girls. So, you guys who have been here for a while... Oh, in fact, I've just realised there's an ad break going on, so we'll, Lan gets on! You guys can't see shit because of the, the ring light. Hang on. Someone give me energy. Moo, moo, you can do it. If you can't, then screw it. I don't know. Should be a motivational speaker. You know what I could do? Do you guys want to see my new guitar? I bought a new guitar. Did I mention that I bought a new guitar? I keep buying new guitars. This happens a lot. It's my new guitar. It's a Charvel DK24. It's fucking lovely. Welcome back, anybody who's on an ad break. We will get back to spiders in a second. I just thought I should chat my new guitar. Now, the thing with this guitar, right, I've been wanting to do this since I got it. What accent is that? Because I heard that over the weekend. That's probably a Yorkshire accent. I don't know why it's a default accent of mine. So this guitar is a real version of a fake guitar I got. I'll show you the fake, right? Oh my god, it's so much heavier. So this is the fake guitar. This is the real guitar, right? I know they look similar, but from a guitar player's perspective, they are different. Mainly thickness of neck. Look how thick that neck is. Look how thin that one is. They play very different. I mean, this one's actually still quite a nice guitar. I love this guitar. But this is the quote-unquote real version of this guitar. It's just kind of nice having both. It's kind of cool, you know? These will be my two guitars for gigs. So yeah, new guitar. Anyway, let's get a big tarantula out. Why not? Who wants to see a big one? So, fun fact. This is one of my first tarantulas. She is a big girl and she's really pissed at the moment because I put some moss in her enclosure. So, if I lift this up. Those of you who have been to one of these streams before will know or take a guess who she might be. But in here we have a slightly pissed off Cordelia. You okay, baby girl? So now I think is the time I can go back to just putting the webcam up here, right? Because she's big enough that you don't need the whole shot, right? Why'd you piss her off? So, in their natural habitat, there'll be lots of like foliage and moss and stuff, and I bought this live moss, right? This like Bavarian moss. And I thought that'd be really good for her enclosure because it would make her enclosure a bit more like you know, they're from like the Amazon rainforest. Like I was like a bit more like that. And all she has done is move it to one corner and then web over it so that it can't get any oxygen so it dies. She's kind of like, that's what she's doing right now. She is moving it around because she's annoyed that it's in her enclosure. Even though it is live moss, it is like you know, it's nice and watery. Nice and moist. But as you can see, compared to the other spiders we've been looking at, she's a pretty bloody big, like I've got pretty big hands. She's a pretty big tarantula. If I can, actually. One of the biggest things that I found with doing this is that even as someone who's never scared of spiders, I'm not phased in the slightest by them anymore. And I think the biggest thing you can do to desensitize yourself from something like this is exposure therapy. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you a close-up of a salmon pink bird-eating tarantula and show you why they are the doofiest animals in the world. Because when you look at them straight on and you see their tiny little doofy eyes, honestly, it's the best exposure therapy you can imagine. So here we go. Camera, focus. Camera, focus. Camera, focus. This camera is meant to have a focus distance of like 2 inches. There you go. Can you see her doofy little eyes in the middle? Can you see that? They're on like a little mound in the middle of her head. If I do this. Can you see those? Can you see her doofy little eyes? This is why I don't think tarantulas are scary. Because when you see that they've got those, like, look at that from a distance now. You can see her doofy little eyes. Right? And I just think they're not... In fact, let me do this. Be easier if I've got a... Can you see her doofy little eyes? They look like she's just got 2. They've actually got 8, but... You can see her doofy little eyes. And they just look kind of silly when you look at them like that. You're like, oh my god, they're just little guys. I don't know how close I can get this camera before she notices its presence and attacks it. Firstly, that's what I mean. She's just a little guy. I just think that's really cute, you know. Right, let's put this back on the tripod. Where did I just put that tripod? There it is. And what we'll do is we'll give her a cockroach. Can I attach this? This is magnetic, isn't it? Can I attach this to anything? I'll just hold it when I drop it in. But let's find her a cockroach. Now with her, I don't have to be so fussy about what cockroach I get, because she'll literally eat anything. You'll do. You'll do. You won't do because you're a bit too small. A bit bigger than that. Come on. Come on, where are all the adults at? There's one. Yeah, no. God, it's so hard to catch these things. That's too small. That won't even. Okay, cool. I've got an adult male here. Everyone ready? I'm gonna drop it right next to her. 3, 2, 1. Other way, go. Other way. Down here, go. It's down here. Come on, go. Yeah, nice one. We're just gonna watch her for a second because she's very guilty of doing happy dances. Here we go. Here we go. From I'm sitting to teleporting in less than a second. The temptation to sing that sitting song. Sitting is the opposite of standing. Sitting is the opposite of running around. Now, she could easily eat 2 or 3 tarantulas. No, eat 2 or 3... I mean, she could definitely eat tarantulas. She could easily eat 2 or 3 cockroaches, but she's a bit thick, as you can see from her booty. So, I'm not going to give her any more. But you can see why she's getting annoyed at the moss, because she keeps, like, touching it. She's like, for fuck's sake. Look at her little jiggle. She's doing a little jiggle. Oh, she's not jiggling anymore. Sensory overload, like some people with velvet. No, for me it's microfiber cloths. Like, I think my worst nightmare would be having to chew on a microfiber cloth. Yeah, see, she's doing a happy dance, but that's getting in her way. I'd move it, but she's already in, like, fight mode, so she'd attack the tongs, and they can break teeth and stuff if they attack tongs. Sidim is the opposite of standing. She's getting so annoyed with that moss, I can tell. Every time she moves, her trouser loop is getting caught. Yeah, exactly. Shall I try and move it? Let me try and move it. No, she thinks there's more food. Can you see her, like, getting ready to pounce on something else? But I've moved it now. She's got her legs outstretched. She could feel movement, and she was like, ooh, something else. Camera focus, please. Beg of you. There you go. Can you see her doofy little eyes now? So above her 2 fangs, there's these 2 little eyes. Right, these 2 little doofy eyes. And they're actually segmented into, like, 2 lots of 4. They're actually on, like, a little mound on top of her head. And they just make her look so silly. You see her spinnerets there, making some silk. One's kind of stuck down there. I'm gonna be honest, the only downside, and I notice it especially with her and Priscilla, the only downside to having these things as pets is that I'm not allowed to stroke them. They would not like it if you stroked them. But look how fucking fluffy they are. Look, I imagine that it feels so fluffy. It feels so nice to just poke, you know? Sorry. But okay, there we go. She'll probably just finish doing this. And then eventually she'll turn her attention back to the moss that she hates so much. But we're going to say goodbye to Cordelia now, because we need to feed Penelope. Penelope, Penelope, she's gonna eat some cockroach, yeah. Penelope, Penelope, ooh. Penelope, Penelope, Penelope is hiding. This enclosure's so heavy. It can't be you. You're barely weighing. Okay. Let me show you Penelope. Penelope is an old favourite. She is quite old at this point, actually. Probably about 5 or 6 years old. Same as Cordelia. Boop. This is Penelope. Penelope, Penelope, yeah. She's looking a little skinny. I think she definitely needs some food. And she's a desert tarantula, so I keep the enclosure quite dry, but I give her a water bowl. But she doesn't like the water bowl. She likes to attack it. But let's cook a cockroach in there, see what she does. Right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Wow, she didn't give a shit. Really? You good? Wow, she just doesn't care. That's kind of amazing to see. Like, usually they've got some reaction to it, but she just let it run past her. She's alive, she's okay. She just, sometimes they're really, really passive. Come on, just open your mouth. Now again, with my tarantulas, I know which ones I can get away with just, like, leaving for a bit. She'll be fine. I do want to fill up that water bowl and see if maybe she's a bit thirsty. So let me put some water in there. See if she reacts to the water. Just pour a little bit into her cup. That was a bit too much. But I've also noticed she's not kicking any hairs. She's just completely unfazed, unbothered. Like, all she had to do there was open her mouth and take a bite, and that cockroach would be gone. Yeah, she's just completely unbothered. Okay, this happens sometimes. You know, these things don't have to eat all the time, but her butt's not particularly big. It's not like she's overfed. Maybe she's primo. I love the idea of someone joining stream right now. If anyone's just joined stream, like literally in the last minute or so, drop a message. Let me know what you think's going on. Live Tarantula feeding her new songs. This isn't a new song, but yeah. She's hunkering down. She's not in a stress curl or anything, though. I'm surprised she hasn't bit it yet. Like, to say, like, go away, you know. But she's not interested, so let's get rid of it. Now you get to watch me try and catch a bloody cockroach. Can you see why these things are called red runners? Or why I hate them? Okay, well. Penelope, whatever you're choosing to do, whether it's a pre-molt or whether you just want to chill for a bit, that's fine. We love you and you're valid. Everyone say goodbye to Penelope. Hang on. 2 lids here, but 1 lid there. 1 lid here. Everyone say goodbye to Penelope. Another cockroach for you to come pick up. Oh yeah, I'll be around in a minute. Right, okay. Where are you at the moment? So my biggest tarantula, she is in there, in this enclosure. I can't lift this enclosure onto the desk, but she is called Priscilla. She is my Goliath bird eater. She is currently pre-molt, so she's not hungry. There's not much I can do about that, unfortunately. These things know what they're doing, so we're gonna move past her if that's okay. But maybe I'll show some close-ups a bit later. What I'd like to do is introduce you to Cordelia's brother. Now, some of you, when I show you this, are going to be like, yo, you've already shown us this one, Jack. But nah, this is Balthazar. Balthazar is Cordelia's brother. Cordelia was the one that I showed you her doofy face. Now, I haven't put any moss in his enclosure. For him, I experimented with a water dish, which you can see just over here. This is a small plastic cap that he is completely covered in dirt. He kept digging like he wanted either like... Oh, in fact, he's got 2 plastic caps in his enclosure. There's another one just there that he's also filled. He kept digging like he wanted water, so I put 2 water dishes in there. He completely filled them up. As you can see, there is some moss in there that he has just obliterated, so I don't know what he wants. But he is also one of the ones that never refuses food. So I'm going to chuck a cockroach in there. We're going to watch the fireworks. Ready? 5, 4, 3. I dropped it by accident. Did he not catch it? Is he really not eating? He has never... Okay, he bit it. Interesting. He has never refused food before. Okay. He's a bit more active than Penelope. I don't trust him to not bolt out, so... he's never refused food before. He must be pre-molt then. So when tarantulas grow, they don't, you know, shed, like, they don't grow how we do. They shed all their skin at once instead of in little bits like we do. Like a snake. When they are getting ready to molt, they very rarely eat. And so they will spend months not eating. It's probably the most common cause of the ones I had that aren't eating. I'd now like to show you some more siblings. Including the crowd favourite. In fact, I'll show you the, not quite the crowd favourites first. I'm quite proud of these enclosures, by the way, because I put some moss in and they look really nice. So, this is unnamed Pokey. Pokey tarantulas, also known as Petzl tarantulas, are from India. These are known as Indian ornamental tarantulas. Ornamental, I guess, is another way of saying don't go near them, just look at them, because these things are pretty spicy. These things, I used to have 5 of them, and then all of a sudden, completely unprompted, one of them decided to eat 2 of their siblings. I have not got him just yet. He is up there, but because the way that spiders work, the males grow significantly faster and bigger than the females, but the females live much, much longer. So when you've got siblings that live together, the females will stay the same size, while the males will grow really, really big. So this, I believe, is the only remaining female, because the other 2 are huge. So I don't know what to call her. She's the only survivor of the massacre. The only female survivor of the massacre. I'm not sure what to call her, but she has eaten relatively recently. I wouldn't be surprised if she doesn't eat this cockroach, but again, like the other ones, she will kill it if she's not interested in eating it. So let's drop a cockroach in there, see what she does. I'm going to take the lid off, Jack. Where did that cockroach just go? There. I really expected it to grab it straight away, but doesn't seem to be doing that. I don't know if she's hungry. I mean, as I said, she will kill the cockroach if she's not interested, so I don't feel bad leaving that in there. Usually if you've got, like, if you feed them something and you don't take it out straight away, it can harm them. If they decide to molt or something, it can actually eat them while they're molting. So, like, cockroaches are fine usually, but crickets, for example, can be quite dangerous to a tarantula if it decides to molt. But I'm fine with leaving this one in there. So this is what I mean by the size difference. So this is what I believe to be a female. This is a female, right? Look at the size of my finger. About 1.5 inches across. Oh god, fuck me. That scared the shit out of me. I dropped the hay on my foot and I thought the tarantula fell out of this enclosure. Oh, they've got a neat little burrow down there. Okay. Oh, this one has regressed back to being fossorial. Okay, interesting. So these tarantulas are arboreal, meaning they live in trees and stuff, hence why I've set their enclosures up like this. This one has decided to go back to digging, as they do when they're babies. So this one is just in a hole in the ground, and I can't get it out. I'll chuck a cockroach in there, but we're not going to be able to see anything from that one unless it decides to come out. But the other one, Saturn, you will be able to see him. Oh, hang on. Oh, never mind. Hang on, can I get a decent shot of this? So in here, I have to be careful, that's a magnet. I just saw its leg pop up there. So let's see if I put a cockroach, if I dangle a cockroach over the edge there, will it grab it? Or will it run away or try and escape or anything crazy like that? Let's see. See if I can get a decent angle on this. Come on, Jack. I could never be a filmmaker. It's all about angles. Kari, I don't know how you do it. In fact, should we try the hay trick we did earlier? Let me put a bit of hay there. Oh. The other one's webbing. Don't know what it's doing. But yeah, these are gorgeous tarantulas. They are absolutely beautiful. I'm hoping you get to see what this one looks like. Just using a bit of hay here to try and lure it out. Come on. Oh. I can see your leg in there. Come on. Not interested? I'm not holding that piece of hay up. It's got the hay. It's taken the hay from me. Oh my god, it's grabbing onto it. Oh god, I have never experienced that before. I very temporarily played tug of war with a tarantula. That was fascinating. I've never had that before. That just goes to show though that it will just bite anything that goes into its enclosure. That tells me it's hungry though, so I am going to drop a cockroach in there. P-Bone, you're a hoe. Just letting you know. Come on, give the people what they want. That is such a weird experience playing tug of war with a tarantula. The other guy, by the way, has got his cockroach. Well, show everyone how gorgeous you are. You're such a beautiful tarantula. I want everyone to see you. Can we see it down there? They're sort of black and white stripes, but they've got like a yellow band underneath them, which is very much a sign from nature to be like, don't go near this thing. Yeah, roaches don't... I don't believe there are any cockroaches that live natively to the UK. Which is why it's very important that I make sure if I do lose any of these, I do catch them again. Because they are not native to the UK. They do though? What do you mean? Do we have cockroaches in the UK? What kind? Yeah, roaches, but probably not as easy to get them inside your house. If we do, they're not common. I'm trying to get the best angle here. Hang on. I live where it's a good temperature for them. Yeah, it's too cold in the UK most of the year round. Like, obviously, when we had a fucking heat wave, they'd have loved it, but... I say when. We're still in the heat wave, but, you know... It's not as egregious at the moment. Yeah, so I mentioned earlier about the dirt web. Like, this was just a plant, or not a plant, like a little tube, and then dirt at the bottom. They've taken all that dirt. Yeah, look at this guy. This guy's got his cockroach, or her cockroach, sorry. -96 today. What's that in Celsius? $35.5. Oh, that's warm, mate. I probably could have worked that out, couldn't I? Because 137, right? Because it's how hot we are. Just put the lid back on, because I don't know why I left the lid open knowing there's a tarantula just there. So yeah, the tarantula will get it. I'm just waiting. Just for a minute. See if it decides to come out and show us what it looks like in all of its glory. It will get it eventually. I'm going to move on from this because I don't think anything's going to happen here. It will get it eventually. Let's go to that. But yeah. I don't know what their names are yet. I haven't decided what their names are yet. But these are the 2 survivors from the massacre. I mean, this one might have perpetuated some of it. He's also a boy. I don't know. But then we have the perpetrator himself, the man of the hour. Inside this enclosure I have my good friend Saturn. Saturn is one of the same tarantulas but a male. He is the one who is guilty of eating 2 of his siblings. Saturn, like the planet. Or also the Greek god who ate his son. This is Saturn. As you can see, compared to the other one, he is much, much bigger. He's also just a bit leggier and chunkier. Is he not? Does he not like the light? Look at those fangs, though. Like, knowing how much venom is in those fangs is terrifying. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed him. I'm going to feed Saturn. I wonder if I can play tug of war with him as well. Because that was quite a unique experience. Let's try and play tug of war with him. In fact, you can see him down there. Can you guys see him? I'll poke this down and see what his reaction is. This is just a piece of hay. So he's grabbed that hay. So what I find fascinating about these guys, those yellow bands on their legs, they're unique to these spiders. And they are absolutely a nature's way of saying, do not go near these things, they are dangerous. Like, you don't get yellow bands on things like that in nature unless they are, like, dangerous. Especially with, like, plants and insects and things. That kind of color is exclusively for, don't mess with me. And, I think it's very true for these guys. He's still kind of holding on to the hay, but I don't think he's eating it. What I'm going to do... Let's move this over here. Actually, I think a better shot of it will be from here. And I'll just chuck a cockroach down there and see what his reaction is. Oh, again, this guy ate 2 of his siblings, so this shouldn't be a problem at all. Where did that cockroach just go? Oh, it's there. Fucking... Come on, Jack. Okay, it fell down the other side. Wonder if he'll feel it. Wonder if I can get that hay out as well. Did it run past him? It ran straight past him. He didn't even notice. Cock pickles. Couldn't agree more. Nightbot, thank you. Let me take this back. In fact, let me not use my hand for this. Give it that back. Give it back. Thank you. I can't believe today's the day I keep playing tug of war with tarantulas. Okay, let me grab another one. He'll eat too, so it doesn't really matter. Because he's so big. Okay, I'm going to put this down there and see if he grabs it. There you go. That was nice and easy. So that is what's referred to as tongue feeding, by the way. See the cockroach's little face. There's another cockroach in there somewhere. But yeah, so that is Saturn. Gonna close this up and just show you on this camera how big Saturn actually is. How crazy is that, eh? Like, compared to my hand, right? They were all the same. They were born from the same egg sac. That's how big he is. We have a few more. Okay, so this one. I mentioned earlier when I showed you guys my Nandu colorata velocis that I have 2 of them. This is the fully grown one. This is the adult one. Not the adult one, he's not an adult yet, but the bigger one. Now I don't know, this guy can be a bit temperamental sometimes. Oh, you've put down a lot of web, my guy. Oh, you are getting ready to molt. Okay, never mind, I'm not going to be able to show you him either. Jesus, everyone's molting at the moment. It's the heat. They will take the advantage of the heat, but I'll show you guys. He is in here. So, compared to my hand, relatively big tarantula. But he is a black and white striped knee. It's kind of hard to see his striped legs, but you can sort of see that there's like a black section, then a white section, then a black section, right? Can you see? Oh, white, black, white. You can sort of see the vibe, but he doesn't usually web so much, and he's completely covered his tunnel in web, which tells me he's ready to molt, so we're not going to see that one either. That's annoying. 2 more things to show you guys then. One of them I doubt we'll be able to feed, but I'll show you anyway. People, you're a hoe. Look at my jumping spider. You're feeling spicy? Hell yeah. So in here, we have Flick. Flick is a Regis jumping spider. She's just sat in her little hide at the moment. Well, let's see if we can encourage her out. I don't want to open this up. Well, I do. We'll be fine. As you can see, there's a mix of dead plants and live plants in there. But my main issue is I know for a fact there's like 2 cockroaches in there somewhere. And they will just run out. But I'm going to give this a spray and see if it encourages Flick to come out and maybe have a little drink. Because it's adorable watching her drink. Where's my spray bottle? Oh, there it is. Maybe she comes out for a little... Oh, she's doing something. Oh, she's drinking, look. Hang on. How do you get your chat window so large like this? What, like that? You pop it out and then expand it. It's on a chat thing on there. I can show you off stream if you want. Where'd she go? Where'd she go? There she is. She's having a little drink. Look at her. She's like, sippy, sippy, sippy. Now, this is meant to be a water bowl, but she will always, like, not web over it, but she'll always knock it. Oh, hello, baby. Chat hasn't really seen you before. I see, I look on Instagram, and there's all these cute little jumping spiders, and then I look at mine, and she's just always in that hide. She never goes anywhere else. But this is my jumping spider. Her name is Flick. And she's gone. And she's gone back into her hide. She's like, that's me done for the day. I've shown my face. It's like when you go to a party for 5 minutes. It's gonna get out. Oh no, she's fine. She has like escaped before, but jumping spiders are quite clever. They know that this is their home. So if she has escaped before, she's always just gone straight back here. It's just like me for real. It's just turns up, shows the face, makes an appearance, and then just goes, yeah, I'm out. I'm out. Speaking of, let's do the complete opposite of that. Actually, he's been a bit shy recently, but the last thing we're going to see today is this fucking nightmare. You're good, right? How are you doing? Probably check all of these are alive before I do my streams, just in case one of them's died. Yeah, you seem chill. Okay, so last but not least, I mentioned earlier that my trapdoor spider is the only one I'm slightly scared of, but that's my tarantulas. This isn't a tarantula. This is my good friend CJ. CJ is a Scolopendra dehani, which is a Malaysian red leg centipede. Cherry red. He's one of these. There's a little card on the front of his enclosure like he's at a zoo. He's a centipede. Centipedes are horrifying. Not only are they really fast, they're escape artists. They are very venomous. What does CJ stand for? Cinnamon Jeff is his full name, which I use when he's naughty. So let me show you Cinnamon Jeff. He's called that because cinnamon's spicy, you know? Say that again, please. I was munching on snacks. Cinnamon Jeff. Hello, Winding Vertex. How are you? So CJ is in here somewhere. There he is. You can just about see some red stuff in there. Now, CJ is a goddamn nightmare. I'll be honest. Within 5 minutes of having CJ, I had to, for lack of a better word, restrain him with tongs. I've never had to pick up any of my pets before with tongs, like grab him like I would a cockroach, because he escaped 3 times. This enclosure is like, so this is the enclosure, right? And there's like a metal grid on top. You can see from the pattern on the grid, actually, if it decides to focus, there's like footprints in it because he'll climb upside down on there. He will run around and just try and escape. We explicitly were told when we bought him, do not put him in a plastic enclosure because he will chew through it. So I spent £40 on a glass enclosure with metal bits and everything. He will still try and chew it. I've seen him try and chew through the metal wire. And I'm concerned one day he will. But yes, Scolopendra dehani are known for, or not known for, but they have unfortunately killed before. This is technically a fatal species. The only animal that I have in my wheelhouse. In my wheelhouse? That's the wrong phrase. In my menagerie of animals that have killed before. So, let's feed him. I'm gonna take off his lid. Remember those giant centipedes in King Kong? I don't think I've ever watched the new King Kong. I say new, it's like 20 years old at this point, but I need, yeah, my Spider-Verse. I don't know if this is the right, it's not really the right angle, is it? Maybe I need to go back on the other tripod. Hang on, why didn't I just do this? Am I dumb that I didn't do this earlier? Set up the tripod normally, and then lean it over, because it's got a little bit that sticks out. I'm really hoping that CJ doesn't like wake up and just run out, you know? Because that would be a very CJ move. And yeah, if CJ escapes, I move house. It's pretty simple. Okay, hang on, let me... I'm fairly sure Charlotte agrees with that sentiment. If CJ escapes, it's his house now, you know. It was fun while it lasted. The immortal snail has nothing on Sim and Jeff? Absolutely. Is this better? It's upside down now. I don't think that's any better, is it? I guess it's probably a bit more malleable. Malleable is probably not the word I was looking for, though. What if I lift this up? Just ever so slightly. Yeah, there you go. That's the ticket. How do I lock this again? Is it like that? How do you lock this in place? So it doesn't do that. That'll do. Right, so CJ. My good buddy CJ. Oh god. How do you lock this in place? I thought there was a way of locking this. So it can't move anymore. Because that's going to get stuck there. Oh, is it this? It's that. Okay, cool. I promise I know what I'm doing. So, CJ is in here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to chuck a cockroach in here. My hope is that the cockroach runs around the outside and CJ follows it outside. I will be ready with everything I have to either grab CJ or put the lid on as quickly as possible. The lid being this thing. The only issue is that if I just put it on top, CJ can fit through that gap. So I need to be very quick and or careful, which are two things I'm not very good at doing. This might be my last stream, so just, you know, enjoy it while it lasts, yeah? Alright, you're pretty small. I'm not going to worry about you. You're pretty big. Is everyone ready? Well, I wonder if anything happened. Why was that the solution to your problems? Did he get it? No, it's just sat in there. Okay, I'm going to put the lid back on and we'll view it from another angle. It's probably the safest thing for us to do now. I really didn't think that's what it was going to do. Alright. Yeah, that's why they're called red runners, by the way. Okay, so, as you can see, the cockroach is there. CJ is there. CJ's head, is at the back of this tunnel. So all things, hopefully, CJ will spot this cockroach. I think they've got relatively good eyesight. See, if you go into the foliage here, nothing's gonna happen, man. You're more terrified of the roach. Roaches are harmless. They're just dumb. You can see CJ getting ready to pounce. CJ's head is down there, though, so I need it to go down like this tunnel. Yeah, cockroaches. They're wing buds. I believe this is an adult female, and they get little wings, but they can't really use them. The males have full-blown wings they can actually fly with. Patriarchy, am I right, ladies? No, try to get the right camera angle for this. I like how those white things are. They're mites. They shouldn't. They hopefully aren't mites. We're just going to follow the adventures of this cockroach and see what happens to it. I want this. You, David Attenborough.
And here we have the lateralis cockroach.
Why did I do that accent? He has the same accent as me. Apart from he says things like rum. This is a very close-up shot of a cockroach. You guys ever seen a cockroach this close before? Do you know cockroaches and praying mantids are from the same family? They actually have similar, like, forearms. They have grabbing forearms. They don't have the claws on them like a praying mantid does, though. Or the elongated neck. I was going to say neck bone, but it's not a bone. We're going to sit here until CJ eats it. So, if you guys aren't in this for the long haul, I don't know what to tell you. I'm an incredibly patient man. I work with kids, I have to be. Easy busy, and he's a hoe. Beezy is a hoe. He's a hoe. You got 3 there, mate. Go in the hole. Go in the hole. Go in the hole that definitely doesn't have a centipede in it. It's the weirdest spider I've ever seen. It's a cockroach, my friend. It's what I feed to my spiders. Are you still down there, CJ? Trust me, bro, go down the hole. Yeah, all the best things are down the hole. I promise you, the hole's where it's at, mate. Look at this. Look how cozy that looks. Look how safe it is down there. How cozy. It's probably a bit damp. You'll like that. There might be some company down there, you know? You'll be fine, mate. I love this camera, but I don't get why it keeps changing color grading. Like, if you're thinking sometimes it looks really good, sometimes it looks bad, it's because the color grading keeps changing. And I'm not telling it to do that, it's just doing it on purpose. It's just doing it automatically, sorry. Hang on, where's the cockroach gone? It keeps moving. Every time I move the light, it gets freaked out. Maybe this is what I need to do this. Okay, we might have to start giving it some encouragement. Where's the tiny cockroach GoPro? I mean, it's here. Yeah, I offered to see Matt and drop off some sneak, but he seemed very busy. Come on, little guy. Did you have fun though, Matt? Like the reason you were there was obviously like for the races and stuff. Was it good? Did you have a good time? Did you enjoy the UK? Have you been to the UK before? I can't remember. My main guy won. Sick. Can I put a camera in there? Do you think CJ would get pissed if I put the camera directly in the enclosure? That's like something of a horror movie, isn't it? It's like, what's in the cave? That's what JSD's just done, BZ. He came to the UK and saw as many people as he possibly could. Yeah, see, the colour temperature's gone really cold now. Oh my fucking god, just get in the hole. Just go in there. Trust me, bro, just go in there. All your dreams will be found. Anything your heart desires is in that hole. Don't look at me like that. He's looking at me like he knows I'm lying. Yeah, hang on, let me get my focus. Bruh. Bruh. I put him with the camera. Didn't see anything beside the tracks in a few towns we went through with the buses. They were so pretty, those sweet little towns. Didn't get to see anything of London except bird view, so I'm definitely going to have to go again. Absolutely. And when you do, let me know. and I'll be waiting for you with a creative sneak. That goes for anybody, by the way. If you're not from the UK and you come to the UK, hit me up.
Mr. Roach, if I may call you that, I swear nothing will happen if you go into the hole. It's safe in there.
Come on, bro. Go in the hole. Sorry, I was just putting the lid on, just in case. Do not put your fingies in that. I've already played Tug of War with a tarantula today. 2 tarantulas, actually. Some of my tarantulas really don't like it when you put hay into their hides. This is CJ, that's very true. I mean, CJ's weirdly calm at the moment. Should I spray the enclosure? Do we think maybe that'll get him? You know, you need one of those little cameras tradesmen use. I don't know what you mean. Little cameras tradesmen use. Oh, that's just made it really hard for us to see. Yeah, I didn't think of that through, did I? Now I can't fucking see anything. I got water on the lens. Basically the same camera they use for colonoscopies. Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, because I'll be honest, this webcam is not the best. I mean, sometimes it looks really nice. Sometimes it looks like arse. It's cleaning its antenna. Little does it know it's only got a few minutes to live, probably. It's already out the cage. I hope not. No, you can see him in there. See, that's... Oh. Hello? Please eat the cockroach before I begin to empathize with it. You do, after a while of watching them, you're like, huh, maybe I guess they're kind of cute. See the mantis in them? Yeah, they're the same. They're same. Order mantis. Nope, I shouldn't have joined. Love you, bye. Love you, Llama. See you later. Yeah, they don't have the mandibles that mantids do. The teeth of a praying mantis are insanely powerful. For their like body size, they're really, really powerful. Where's the cockroach gone? There it is. As I said, feel chopped up Friday and Tuesday until I'm going to bed. I'll see you on Wednesday. See you Wednesday, Matt. Love you. The only hydrate I have at the moment is the spray bottle. But I will hydrate in a sec. Come on. Don't turn around. Where you going? Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit lonely and you're never coming around. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit terrified of listening to the sound of my turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit nervous that the best of all the years have gone by. Turn around, every now and then I get a little bit terrified, and then I see the look in your turn around bright eyes. Every now and then I fall apart. Sorry, I'm just fucking losing my mind at this point. There's the cockroach gone. That's dying. I've turned the brightness up on the light. I thought maybe that would encourage it to like get out of the light and go into the hole, you know? Like, oh, it's nice and dark in the hole. You don't have to worry about me, you know, shining a light directly in your face. Surely that's bothering it, right? I think it's kind of worked out that, yeah, CJ is alive. You can bother him if you want. He moved earlier when it went past him. That's one of his antennae. Want me to do the hey thing to CJ? See if we can get CJ. Hang on. Where is the cockroach? Cockroach is on top. Ignore that. Yeah, CJ's alive. In case you were wondering why I worry about this little guy. Come on, dude. Thing is, though, is I know CJ. That's not even a fraction of his power. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. He's lining up for it. How many legs does he have? Oh, there's his back legs. Oh, you can see his face. Can you see his face on the left? Yeah, he knows something's afoot. Music to die to. I can't remember what this song is. But yes, this is some pretty cool music. If I do say so myself. Oh my god, come on, bro. Come on. He's cleaning himself because you touched the dirt. What a fucking... What a nerd. It's like, ooh, my feet got a bit wet, and meanwhile there's, you know, the architect of his destruction right there. Come on, CJ, we're all waiting for you. Autofocus, come on, bro. So how are you guys doing? How's your Monday been? Was it good? Was it eventful? It was eventful, but I'm also running on 30 minutes sleep. I'll move. Go to sleep, mate. Have a nap. Trying to sleep since 2 a.m. for 6 hours, just laid in the dark trying to gaslight myself into sleep. It didn't work. Yeah, I do that sometimes. Not sleeping is like the dumbest thing that our body does to us. When it's like, you're tired, you need rest, and because you're tired, like, your body isn't going to function how it's supposed to. We're not going to release the same hormones, we're not going to, like, metabolize food properly, we're not going to do any of this stuff. Okay, so let me sleep. No. That's how dumb it is. Because I get insomnia too, and it's the fucking worst. I remember I was put on sleeping pills for like 2 weeks, and it was the best 2 weeks ever. Because I was able to, like, I'd go to bed at 10, take the sleeping pills, wake up at 8 a.m. and be like, holy shit, that was so much sleep. Okay. What do we do here? Do we try and tongue feed, which is where I grab this cockroach by one of its legs and I put it directly in front of CJ? Or do we just wait this out? Or do we take this out and give up? Maybe CJ's not hungry. Stick your finger in. That's a terrible idea, BC. I appreciate the offer, though. Have something medicated to help me sleep, and I forgot it yesterday, so this is my little window into my unmedicated world. Yeah, I see that. I don't think it makes a difference until I forget it. Yeah, I'm a bit less, obviously not the same as medication, but I'm like that with my routines. If I've got like a new hobby or something and it affects my routines, and then like I still have to do my regular nighttime routines. Already stuck in your finger. That's very true, actually. Yeah, I did. Okay, let's try and tongue feed. Let's see what happens. I'm usually quite hesitant to do this with CJ because, once again, people have died from this species. Whether it's relevant or not, the people who have died have all been children. So, you know, take that for what you will. But, am I really gonna do this? Let's just see if I can guide it in. You know? I'm gonna keep poking it until it decides to go. Oh! Something else move? Wonder what's faster, a red one, a cockroach, or CJ? They never go the direction you expect them to. Oh. Yeah, go, 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 go. Shit. We good? We're still streaming? We're still live? Good, good. I just dropped my, camera, or my light on my, keyboard. Come on, bro. Why that way? Okay, going that way, going that way. Still see it peeking out, look. Where even is it? Interesting. I don't know where it's gone. It must be sat down there with CJ. I don't know where this cockroach is gone. Do I lose? Did I lose the fight? Oh, I can see. Can you see? Here, there's an antenna. Now they're the cockroach's antenna, not CJ. Look, it's coming to peek back out. Nah, I'm gonna poke it. I'm gonna poke it. I've just made it really hard to see. At what point do we give up? I think now. Okay. I'll show you guys one more thing then before we go. Oh. Let me turn everything back to normal because there's a... The cockroach won't hurt him, no. Turn everything back to normal. Ha! We'll say goodbye to CJ. Say goodbye, CJ. And I'll show you one more. So, I mentioned that a few weeks ago, my cleaner, her nephew, who had a bunch of giant African land snails, could not look after the snails anymore. I have now adopted said snails. In fact, I can show you these guys. I can show you the side of the room you guys never get to see. Okay, so this is where I am. This is my room. Over here are all my guitars, my new guitar, and then this is the tank that the snails are in. Right? These are my spiders and everything, by the way. That's what they all look like. But these are my snails. So Sheldon does indeed have a new family. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you... I'll just show you the biggest one, because it'll take a while to really get all the others out, because they're all intertwined. They all started having sex with each other the other day in what I can only describe as a snorgy. So I'm expecting some babies soon, but yeah, they were having snorgy. Give me a second. Where's the biggest one? There you are. All the big. You're attached to the wall. You're both attached to walls. Let go of the moss. Let go of the moss. Okay. So this is one of my new snails. As you can see from its size, it's pretty bloody big. Let me take... It was sat on some moss, and now it's just covered in moss. Let me get all this moss out of you, and you can go on my hand, that's fine. My hand's clean. One thing I did discover about these snails, and it's whether they're just because they're a slightly different species, or whether they're because they haven't been handled. They like to chew you. Now, snails technically have hundreds of tiny little flat teeth. They used to like grind away. They eat bone. They'll eat cuttlefish bone. They technically have hundreds of tiny little teeth that they will use to grind away at fruit and stuff like that. But these ones, the ones that aren't Sheldon, for some reason, love chewing the dead skin off my hand. I don't know whether it's because they've not been handled before. I mean... Most people don't like having slimy snails in their hands, so it wouldn't surprise me if the previous owners never handled them. But yeah, this is one of my new snails. I've got 3 new ones, so I've now got 4 giant African lands. I have to hold this. This thing weighs a ton. Like, you can imagine how big this thing actually is when it's all out. It's a girthy one. Like, I can't hold it up like I used to with Sheldon. Look at. Does he have a name? No. So the new ones don't have names yet. I'll be honest though, with 2 of them, name an animal. I mean, okay. The thing is I can't tell the 2 big ones apart. There's one other little one, and it's the same size as Sheldon, so I can tell that one apart. But these guys I can't really tell apart. What would you like to name it? It's got to be some kind of snail pun, right? Like, you can't just call him like Bob. Easy and Beezy. I can't hold it up. Like, as well, like, I want to just point out, my camera is at a 45-degree angle and is about a foot away from me, right? So for me to hold it up like this, this thing must weigh at least a kilo. Like, this is a girthy-ass snail. So yeah, Beezy, what are we calling this guy? Achilles? Why Achilles? I'm trying to think heel, but they have a foot. They don't have a heel, do they? Oh, is he gonna start chewing my dead skin? Might put him on my shoulders. Remember where I was really badly sunburned? Guess who's now really badly peeling? Oh yeah, he is now chewing my finger. It doesn't hurt. It's like a pumice stone. Like, they just kind of grind on you. Achatina felicia is their scientific name, and it made me think of it. Yep. The albino giant African land snail. Yeah, he's chewing on my finger. It's a very strange sensation. It's like someone taking a tiny pumice stone and just going I'm chewing on my finger. They have snails and some fancy facials. That doesn't surprise me. I mean, so the thing with snails, right? Obviously, they only eat fruit and vegetables, and they only really eat, like, rotting fruit and vegetables. Huh, that's funny. I'll explain that in a second. They only really eat rotting fruit and vegetables. So they don't get a lot of calcium in their diet. So what they do is they eat bone, right? They'll eat bone and dead skin and anything like that. So what I do is you have to put cuttlefish bone in their enclosure. And I hear them scraping it, right? But it does mean that they will eat dead skin and stuff like that. They'll chew on your fingers. And obviously, as a guitar player, my fingers are incredibly calloused, right? They're incredibly tough. So I think he just enjoys munching on my finger. Look at their little face. They look like bunny rabbits close up, isn't it? Yeah. But yeah, these are my little guys. Snails are cute as fuck. I don't know if I'd let them crawl on my face. Snails do occasionally... Oh, he's got a crack in his shell. These guys have definitely... These guys are quite old, like you can see from the size of them. There's a few cracks in his shell, a few imperfections. Relatively well looked after though, but yeah, they're yeah, definitely an old boy, aren't you? Or girl. Actually, no, you're both, aren't you? That's what I was gonna say. They've got that little lump on the side of their face. I don't know if you can see it. This tiny little hole on the side of their face just here. Do you guys know what that is? If you look at the side of their face just there. Lung? No, their lung is or their breathing hole is under there. That is their sex organ. It is a hole in which there is something that comes out and grabs stuff. Honestly, it is graphic. But there's like a hole on the side of their face that they used to shag. Snail. Yeah, Google it. There's this whole thing that comes out of them, and I can't remember what they. Do they call them sex darts or sperm darts? They essentially like fire out little darts full of baby making facilities. So many close-up photos now, so try and find them, but it might have been on my deleted Facebook. That's okay. You got me. Look at this. Look at this shit. You ever having a bad day? Just fucking look at this shit. But yeah, if I lift him up, oh god, you're heavy. Which side is it? It's in the curve. There's that hole there is his breathing hole. Because when you wake them up, if they're like they've fallen asleep, you have to be careful not to get water in their breathing hole. But you can see just how much of him there is. Like, he's fucking huge. And these things, they love climbing. I will look over on the side of the glass tank and they'll just be like, just against the glass tank, just trying to climb. But yeah, okay. I guess everyone say goodbye to Achilles. I need to go wash my hands now, though. I love my new pet. There's something about this body language that's just... He's just looking around, he's just vibing. What do you reckon he's doing? What do you reckon he's thinking right now? Disco snail! Disco snail! Okay, I'm gonna put him back now. I don't know if he likes being in this position, so I'm put him back. I'm going to go wash my hand. Look at my feet. Don't look at my feet, that's a crime. Dogs out, dogs out. Who let the dogs out? Me. These little doggies. Anyway, that's all my pets. That's all my guys. I guess the last one would be Priscilla. Priscilla, how are you doing? Priscilla's just gonna just stand in a corner. Priscilla is my Goliath bird eater, but she's in a very large. She's in this enclosure here, which weighs maybe 30 kilos. That's a lot for me to just pick up, you know. What we do next, Moo Day? Bloody good question. What do you want to do? What do you want to do, Moo? What do you... What do you want to do, Moo? Do you have any suggestions of what you'd like to do? Does anyone else have any suggestions of what they'd like to do on Monday? We'd like a story game of some kind. I do need to finish Night Rain at some point. Might do that on Wednesday. Crime? We could do crime. I feel like at some point we need to finish Peak, right? Because we keep getting to the same point and not being able to finish. Don't let our dreams be dreams. Look, you want to try an escape room game? Maybe we should move. Do you want to just go to an escape room? I think that could be fun. Could I possibly join in a bit? Of course you can. Both? Okay. How does this sound, by the way? I've never heard what this microphone sounds like. Testing, testing. Oh, it sounds like that. Okay. Kind of just sounds like, picks up the fan a little more, yeah. Yeah, the fan's right over here. Probably hear it quite a lot now. This mic's not on, I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, there is a fan on. That's your biggest fan. I fucking hope not. Like, hang on. I need to show you this. Hang on. Never mind, I can't. It's a very small fan was the joke, but I can't detach it from everything. Oh god. It's a really small fan was the joke. Now the camera angle's changed. I might end stream. I've done everything I wanted to do stream, and I feel like I'm just in that point now where I'm just like, let's start fiddling with stuff, you know? What else have I got on my desk? I got this. Which is, it's pretty nice. Yeah, we'll call it there. We'll call it there. Let me move back to my other microphone. But yeah, well, peak Wednesday. I don't know whether to peak Wednesday or whether to night rain Wednesday, because I do need to finish night rain at some point. Like, I haven't finished night rain yet. And I haven't tried any of the new bosses yet. I feel like I should do that. As someone who loves that game and wants to play more of it, I feel like I need to do that. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Now, just as a heads up, lads, right? What was I going to say? Sorry, I just saw a news article and it made me question a lot of stuff. But we're not going to start talking politics. Oh yeah. So this week. And second from last term, before summer holidays, I have all of my performances this week. Nearly all of them are this week. Which means this whole week, I'm having to get up even earlier and get up on stage and be like, hello everybody, my name is Jack, and we're going to be for like several hours a day. So, I might be exhausted this week. If I turn around and say I don't have the energy for a stream, just bear with me. Because that may happen. My job is a fucking amazing job. I love what I do. It is also exhausting. So if there's any times this week where it's like 5:30 and I haven't said anything yet, just assume I've fallen asleep. My students are performing, yes. But because, you know, some of them are 4 years old, I get up on stage with them and I perform with them and I help them out through their performances. And then I sort of talk a little bit about like what they've been learning this term and the struggles of playing in a band and stuff like that. And I'm doing that with how many schools is it this week? With 7 of my 10 schools this week. And then the other 3 are next week. So that's quite a lot. That's a lot, basically. So there may be some times this week where I'm just like, yeah, you know what? I don't have the energy today. And I'm just asking you guys for a little bit of patience on that, because, yeah, I might be a snoozy boy. Tiring but fun. Yeah, absolutely. It's a great job. I love what I do. It could just be exhausting sometimes. That's the reality of it. It's, you know, what is it? When you love you, what you do. You never have to work a day in your life, but that still doesn't mean you don't get tired from doing said work. But anyway, we're going to write out. Who is streaming? A couple of cool people are streaming. Some more heat this week. Yes, that's very true. Fridays especially is going to be a bloody warm day. Do 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 do. What's Good Little Diver doing? They are playing. Hang on. I'm proud of you, son. Good work. What are they doing? They're just chatting. Fuck it, we'll right over to Good Little Diver. What's that like doing? What are you doing? What? Grow up. Okay. I'm gonna write out. I love you guys. Thank you all for being here. If you're a sub, can you spam some of this? If you're not a sub, you spam some of this. And yeah. Give Good Little Diver my love. I will be in chat, but you know, just in case. Have a good one, guys. I will see you on Wednesday. Bye. Beep.